Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock City, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the USC Trojans, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Down here for this offense. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Boy, after all the buildup and all the hype of the playoff game, you'd love to see the offensive line take control here on this first play. Just establish an identity. Let this defense know who they're facing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop him, but it's a first down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Here's a 1st and 10 play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. He grabs it inside the 20. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And it's 7-0 after the BAT. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return begins inside the 10. Oh, and he's got some space here. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets across the 45. That's an excellent return. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear, end zone ahead, and he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, SC.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if his defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Toss it to the back, running left. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Third down after that running play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Here we go, the coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look. They'll make an adjustment for this important play. The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. And the quarterback will just sneak it now.
How about the tall man there getting the first down on 4th down and short? Good job and a good call by the offensive coordinator. Hey, when he's got that kind of length, it's pretty easy for him to find a crease and get up into the air and get that first down.
And the Sooners will line up on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. There's the handoff. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
I still love to see Oklahoma run the football and be able to show people they can get first downs by running the ball. I know their quarterbacks have been great in recent years, but the Sooners, when they want to be able to run the ball, you know they're going to run it. You still can't stop that offensive line and a great dynamic back. So good job here by the Sooners. Move the sticks.
The Sooners keep the football on the move. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Second down after that previous play. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
So the ball at midfield, now the offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Brought down after the catch, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the wideout goes in motion. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on them. Look at this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. The USC offense back on the field. It didn't take long to reach the end zone last time. A perfectly blocked running play. Can they keep it going here? Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
That's a first down for USC's offense. Nice job up front and an outstanding run here by this running back. What great tradition that USC has at running the football and having great backs. And beautiful to see another good one here today.
Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Send the back in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
That's an important first down on that running play. They'll run it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback drops back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. inside the 25. That's a nice gain to move the sticks here as time runs out in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma 14, USC 7.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Getting set. Here's second down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Finds an open target on the left side. And tackled there by the defense. The Trojans will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looking right, this one caught. Touchdown, Southern California. Strong game by this quarterback. This college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 34.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First down and 10 now. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. He's stopped, but he gets a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Really solid first down gain. Was just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball's in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
So incomplete pass on second down sets up a 3rd and inches. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Oh, it's snapped to the back. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was 3rd down and inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
The Sooners will have 1st and 10 here. They'll run the option. Picks up the 1st down and still going. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And the Sooners are in the red zone. Here's the toss play now, running left. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Receiver in motion now. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal. The Sooners will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. The Sooners trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Handoff to the fullback. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup. Second down and goal. Direct snap to the back. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, maybe hold your 3 points.
Here we go. After a long drive, it's 3rd and goal. Can they punch it in or settle for 3? Grab made by the tight end.
Good job here by the defense on 3rd down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
They pass up the chip shot field goal attempt. They're going to go for it on 4th down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Intercepted in the end zone. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the 2nd half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
USC offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Pass not complete. An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Makes a quick grab. An effective play. Good for a 1st down at the 35. And the Trojans come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking to scramble. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Finds a receiver wide open. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Stop the ball at the 22. The offense really clicking here. Press coverage now from the secondary. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense first and goal from the 10.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And the Trojans will line up here on first down and goal. First and goal, handoff. He's swarmed by the defense.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup and put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. The pass rush closing in, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, USC. Here's the point after attempt. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Returner decides to fair catch this. Time running down. Just one play left here in the half. On first and 10, looking to throw. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And it's caught at the 10. And they're finally able to stop him. A huge gain and a touchdown-saving tackle as time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick this away to start the second half. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. The Trojans come to the line to run the hurry-up. And he'll drop back here on third down. He's moving out of the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. And the Trojans starting a new series here on 1st and 10. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his second touchdown reception in this football game.
And the extra point makes it a 28-14 game. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Gives it to the back. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half versus this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Tailback takes the handoff again. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. And the quarterback dropping back. Locates the tight end. It's complete. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
It's an option look. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7 here.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain deep in enemy territory. Ball down near the 30. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision. Picks up some big yards for that first down.
And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Down he goes, a sack. The Sooners looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he's got his man open downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. The Sooners are going to take advantage of this red zone trip. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Nowhere to run up the middle.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Tackle after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. Quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial fourth down try. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak.
And one of the things we love about this guy is his ability to use his legs when he has to. And I almost feel like he got behind that offensive line, and because of his size, I don't know if they were able to locate him. By the time they did, it's a first down for the offense.
Bulldozing his way through those tackles. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return begins inside the 10. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
They're going to pick up the first down. Nice catch, but even a better throw to show that accuracy and efficiency from that quarterback spot. And my gosh, they have so many great quarterbacks over the years that played at USC. Go back to Carson Palmer, the year he won the Heisman. What a brilliant career he had for the men of Troy. Matt Leinart. Think back to those Norm Chow offenses and the championships that Matt Leinart won. And, of course, more recently, Caleb Williams for Lincoln Riley, running and throwing and making throws just like that.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looking to pass here on second down. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
USC 28, Oklahoma 21.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Looking to throw it on third and very long. and it's intercepted. A crushing play. It's a short return. They make the tackle at 25, but what a play for this defense.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll hand it off. They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41. And the Sooners will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
He's brought down out at the 46.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
USC.
Here's the second down play. Here's the toss play now, running to the right. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on third and short. Back in motion now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
That's a design quarterback keeper. The gain is 3 yards, so second and 7. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. He'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Oh, it's tipped to the line and intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Past the 20, past the 10. Touchdown, SC. And the defense joins the party with a pick six.
Chris, I thought after he tipped that ball in the air, that thing was going to be an incompletion. That would have been a great play, but instead, he didn't give up on it. Comes down with the interception and then shows you how athletic he is by taking it all the way back for a touchdown. How about that?
Now they get set to kick it away. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Dumps a short throw down to the running back.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Here we go. Fourth quarter. They've cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. It's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. USC offense is back out on the field. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so maybe they'll have to run a couple plays here. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Important second down play coming up. They'll work the clock here with the running game. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. It's QB sneak. And the Trojans line up on 1st and 10 now. Handoff here from the shotgun. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Tailback with another carry. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the Trojans come into the final minute of play just looking to run the clock out. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And it's going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Now it's second down here. They're going to run it here. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the quarterback just takes a knee.
Well, this is what you hope for. Have a chance to just take a knee in this game and advance in the playoff.
And the Trojans will have to punt this one away.
And punt formation to kick it away.
They'll kick it away here. Oh, it landed at the 8-yard line, but a lucky bounce into the end zone for a touchback. You got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They finally get him down. That's a big gain there to end the game. But the clock runs out, and he falls short. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.